Well, in our next story, the Ghana National Fire Service has begun Operation Prevent Fires, Save Lives and Property campaign. The exercise is to avert the incidences of fire outbreaks during and after the Easter festivities. The safety campaign was launched early this week. Public Relations Officer of the service, Assistant Chief Officer 1, Timothy Osafuefum, joins us live via Zoom for more on this campaign. Chief, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on JoyNews Desk. Do tell us more about this campaign and how exactly it's going to work.
Thank you very much, my brother. We launched this safety campaign earlier this week, and it's aimed at reducing fires that can be controlled. From our investigations of fires that occur in this country, many of them, about 65% of them, are preventable. And so these are the fires that we intend to prevent them from occurring. And what we have put in place are the following. One is that all commanders are to stay at post within this period of the festivities to personally supervise the rollout of this safety campaign. And so for the first time in the country, all regional, municipal, metropolitan, and district commanders are to stay at post. None of them is to move anywhere to ensure that this campaign works effectively. Second is that we have repaired or broken down fire tenders and put them readiness for any eventuality. For areas that the fire tenders could not be repaired as a result of unavailability of spare parts, we have put in contingency measures to ensure that if there is any incident in those places, we'll be able to quickly get there and give the necessary help. Then again, we already have market campaign teams that are already in place. We have reinforced those campaign teams. And also we have formed task forces. And these task forces are to ensure the enforcement of fire safety regulations in public places of congregation. So we are also rolling out education in public places, including crusade grounds, churches, mosques, lorry parks, etc., where people congregate at this particular point in time.
Prevent fire, save lives and property. You've given us a global view of it, but how are you going to enforce it from the individual perspective? What are you going to do? How are you going to communicate this moving forward to get people on board?
Yes, what we have done is to get in touch with the local assemblymen, and it is for them to organize the people in their areas for us to educate them. We have also realized that in a typical residential area, you won't have people coming out to congregate together. And therefore, in those areas, we'll do what we call house-to-house education, so as to ensure that these things, unnecessary fires don't occur.
All right. Tell us also about, let me just take you briefly back. You spoke about the fire tenders, the ones that were out of order that you had worked on to get back at post. In which areas specifically, or which centers can you point to?
For instance, in Accra, we have put about 5 of them which were out of commission back to commission. And so that is the specific example that I can give you. In Accra, we have about 26 fire stations. 5 of these fire tenders, 6 of these fire tenders have been put back into commission. And so that is what we are doing across the length and breadth of the country.
In terms of protecting lives, property, and all of that, we also know that it's not just about the fire tenders or your work. There's also the bit about the fire hydrants, or the water hydrants, I should say. Has there been any work on that, any collaborative work with the Ghana Water Company Limited to ensure that while your tenders are moving, they have adequate sources of water to douse fires?
Yes, You know, the water situation in the country now is precarious, and that is one of the problems that we face as a service. So for now, what we have done is that if there should be any major incident anywhere,
right,
we quickly inform the Ghana Water Company to divert water to that area for us. And on our part, what we have done is that there is strict instructions to all commanders on the ground that the moment you get to an incident scene, if you cannot handle the situation on your own, quickly request for assistance so that it wouldn't be like your water gets exhausted before you call for assistance. Immediately you get to the incident scene, make a quick assessment of the situation, and then request for assistance. In as much as we have also put this in place, we have also put back all our water tankers in order, and we are in collaboration with other organizations that can support us with their water tankers. So all these plans have been put in place.
ACF Uafum, we're grateful that you made the time to share these thoughts with us this morning. ACF Uafum is the PRO of the Ghana National Fire Service.